Hey everyone, welcome to today's massive clean with me. This is a real life mess to give you extreme cleaning motivation. My house is a complete disaster, so we will be doing a complete disaster cleaning. As you can tell, my house is just completely trashed. I had so much going on and did not have time to keep up with the house. But we are going to tackle it and get so much done. So if you like really long cleaning videos and you love extreme cleaning motivation, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the family if you're new around here, and let's hop into today's video. No, we can't stay no more. Come run away. Don't be afraid. As you can tell, today we are starting off in the playroom. My kids decided to pull almost every single book out from the bookshelf, so that was fun to clean up. Not gonna lie, I loathe having these books out just because this happens pretty frequently, and most of the time I catch it before it gets this bad, but it does happen. They're kids. I understand. I tell them to stop. They know they're not supposed to do it, but they're so young, and it's just such a fun thing to them to pull out all the books. So we're trying to work on teaching my 2-year-old, not to pull everything out all at once and just take what you want, put it back, and grab something else. So it's a work in progress. The only thing I ever wanted starts with us taking the chance. Not like anything we've done before. Yeah. Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. My oldest son actually had a sleepover this weekend, so we used the futon for what it was originally intended for. I bought this on Wayfair a year ago, and Amazon sells it as well, but they both were rotating in and out of stock. So when I was ready to buy it, I just bought it from whoever had it in stock, and Amazon did not have it in stock. So I went ahead and bought it off Wayfair. But I bought it because I wanted it for the playroom, and my main goal was to get something that was futon-like, because this was going to be the area where when my oldest, who's 15, has sleepovers, where his friend or himself, if he wants to give his bed up to his friend, can sleep. So it just gives a dual purpose to the playroom and for the kids to have their friends over and be able to have sleepovers. Yeah. I've had quite a few questions about what these boxes are, and it's just more books. And I was going to get like a $20 shelf from Walmart and just put that together right there and put the books in them, but I haven't completely committed to it yet. I'm not sure if I want to do something else that's a little bit more nicer looking, I guess you could say, but I'm not 100% sure, and that's why these boxes are still sitting here. But while I was cleaning up this futon, I noticed that the crack had like a lot of dog hair in it, and nobody eats up here, so it's not like crumbs or anything like that, but the dog does, hang out up here, and I did not realize how dirty that was, because most of the time the futon is sitting up and you don't see in the crack that well, so I figured while it's down now, give it a good vacuum out. 'Cause yeah, sometimes we'll feel alone. In a second I'll be right there. Turn around, let it rain, turn around and let it rain on me. Don't you be afraid, just follow me. You don't need no space, just follow me. Like a mirror you reflect me, like a Friday night on the weekend. I feel blessed and free. I just don't want this moment to end. But now you say you gotta go, baby, why? I have been looking at this thing for the last couple of weeks, and it's been so dusty, so dusty. You can just see it on the black and everything. It's very noticeable, and it's been bugging me. And every time I see it, I'm like, I need to remember to clean that. I need to remember to clean that. And of course, I always forget, because it's just kind of like when I'm cleaning, it's out of sight, out of mind. But then when I walk by it and notice it, so this time I actually remembered, and you can see such a big difference. It was so dusty. And I didn't want to take any of my, the duster thing, the little stick duster thing. I didn't want to take that to it because It's the finish on this, because it's spray painted, is kind of a rough finish, and I felt like it would stick to that a lot and possibly chip off the paint, so I just wanted to be really gentle with it.
I feel blessed and free. I just don't want this moment to end. But now you say you gotta go. Baby, why you gotta go? Like a mirror you reflect me. I just don't want this. I just don't want this moment to end. I just don't want this. I just don't want this moment to end.
We're falling out, we have reached disaster. Don't know where we're gonna be after. And we do it all again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again. We're falling down, we faded. But I know that we can save it. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega. Even if we go a lot and break us down, I know we are Alpha.
Next up, before we do anything, we are gonna go ahead and throw my 2 younger boys' sheets in the wash because they really needed to be done, so I wanted to do it before I forgot. Because if I do it too late in the day, then I won't be able to do them because it'll be bedtime.
We're fun until we hit the bottom. And we do it all again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again.
I did have a load of their clothes in the dryer, so I figured now would be a perfect time to take it all and get it all folded. First, we will clean up their floor though, so that I can throw all of their clean clothes on the floor and sit down and fold them. For some reason, my children got into their drawers and their dirty clothes, and they just started tossing things around, and they typically don't make a huge mess in their room, but for whatever reason, this week they did. So we're gonna clean that up and get it organized before we start folding.
I know we can save it. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, yeah, we can work it out. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, yeah, we can work it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, I know we are Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega. Alpha and Omega.
We are going to finish up their room by giving it a quick vacuum and then move on to the next thing. My room was equally just as messy, so we are going to give it a good cleanup. A lot of toys migrate in here all the time because it's right outside the playroom, and the kids like to hang out in my room for whatever reason. They just always love hanging out in mom and dad's room, so a lot of the times they end up coming in here and watching TV or just bringing their toys in to play at the end of the night while we're all hanging out upstairs.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks, and I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to?
If you're new around here, I have another channel where I do vlogs and makeover type of stuff, and I did recently a bedroom makeover, bedroom refresh, however you want to call it. And I put that on my other channel. I will have my other channel as well as that video linked down below if you are interested in seeing that. My room was pretty bare and plain and didn't have really anything going on, and I really just dressed it up, and I just absolutely love how it turned out.
Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom?
My closet was a bit of a mess. The kids also got into my closet as well. Tristan really loves to pull my shoes down and put them on. It's the cutest little thing ever. And I always dry my clothes in here, so they are all dry now, but it is time to put them away neatly.
I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom?
When I blame you for the things that weigh me down. 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me.
All right, moving on to my messy bathroom. We have a ton of clothes to pick up first, some of which are my clothes and some of which are the boys' clothes. Just a mixture of everything. There's some, makeup stuff on the floor because the kids like to play with some makeup brushes that I give them to play with. They have their own, that's kind of like their play makeup brushes. So when I'm getting ready, it keeps them distracted and they're not trying to get into my everyday stuff. But we are going to give this bathroom a really good scrub down because it was looking pretty gross. It's not that often that we get a ton of rain, but the last few days have been super rainy. We're supposed to be getting a lot of rain the next week as well, which is not really super typical for this area. We're in South Carolina, by the way, if you didn't know. It's usually really hot, humid, and sunny this time of year, but we've been getting a ton of gloomy weather and rain. I don't mind it so much. I kind of love the storms and the rain and everything, but it is why the lighting looks so weird in this video. There's like some parts where it is really bright, and then there's some parts where you can tell it looks really dark in the background, and that's just why I did all of this mostly during the day. So most of it was daytime. Towards the end of this video it was nighttime, but even still it looked like nighttime just because it's been so gloomy here lately. But let me know, what has the weather been like where you're at?
Can you see me shaking? Hear the sound of my heart breaking. Bless the soul that's aching, hoping I survive. The feeling lingers on every day of every month.
I always love using the Bissell steam mop on my tiled floors. I just feel like it's the best way to get them clean. It's the best way to disinfect them and really just get the germs off. I love using this steam mop on the floor. I don't use it on my hardwoods just because you're not technically supposed to, just because you get the water saturated in the grout, not the grout, the cracks of the wood. So I stay away from using it on the wood floors, but I love using it on my tile. We are going to finish up day one now that the sheets are all cleaned and dried, and put those back on the boys' bed.
Only thought that we were foolish, not that we were cruel enough to do it. Now I feel so stupid. Don't you feel that too? The feeling lingers on every day of every month. Wishing I just could forget about you. The weight upon my bones makes it harder to move on. Oh baby.
Here we are moving on to day two, and we had a ton to do on this day as well. This is why this video was so long. I just had so much to get done, and I honestly did not even realize how long this video was going to be until I sat down to edit it and noticed how much footage I had, because I was just cleaning away, doing everything that I needed to get done on day one upstairs. And today we are going to work on everything that we need to get done for downstairs, which once again was a lot. As you can tell, we are starting off in the kitchen. The kitchen actually wasn't as bad as it always is. It was still pretty bad, but it was a little bit more cleaned up than usual. It was more of an organized mess, I would like to say. A little bit less dishes. I just really needed to get dishes in the dishwasher, so it was a little bit more manageable than it usually is.
Aren't you tired of the drama? You use your words like they are knives. I don't need that type of drama. and trying to be tough all the damn time. You try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong, I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down, don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby, I will fight. No, there ain't nothing stopping me. I'm bulletproof, I won't fall. I'm bulletproof, go on and shoot me down. I will always get up again. You're looking at me so cold. Get over yourself, are you for real? Why are you looking at me so cold? One's love is now we're enemies. You try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong, I'm ready for the rematch.
I typically like to start in the kitchen because it's my least favorite area to clean up. So if I have a lot of dishes and a lot to do in the kitchen, typically I will start in there just because I'm one of those people who get the worst part done. Because once I get the worst part done, I have the motivation to keep going and get other things done that don't seem as difficult. But doing the dishes and taking control back of the sink area is always the biggest task that I just don't typically enjoy doing. It's nice sometimes at the end of the night to stand here and kind of just listen to a podcast and mind my own business and not have anybody screaming at me, but it's still a daunting task that I don't love doing. So I try to get it done first to just get it out of the way.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me. But now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here.
I like to wash out my air fryer baskets. I wash out the insides really good, and then I go ahead and pop the baskets back in the air fryer, and I just put them on for about 3 minutes on the highest setting at air fry, and then the insides are all dry, and then I just have to wait for it to kind of cool down to put it back in the cabinet.
Used to be the one getting crazy when I'd be hard to reach. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what.
I wish the camera picked up just how bad my stove was. It was so bad. There was like little dots everywhere from oil spills because I was making some fried chicken the day before. so it kind of splashed everywhere. Every time I do that, I do like a breaded chicken on the stovetop with olive oil, and it always just makes such a huge mess, but it never looks as messy on camera as it actually is. But I assure you, this thing was disgusting. I really needed to mop the floors today, so we are going to do that room by room. I hate mopping the whole downstairs in one setting because it's just so daunting. So I try to break it up and do it room by room as I'm cleaning. That way it doesn't seem like such a daunting task to me. But we have to clean up the dining room as well because the floor was a mess. But I wanted to get everything up off the floor, even things that were supposed to be there. That way I could go ahead and mop today. If it's been some time since I have vacuumed the area rugs downstairs, I try to give them a good vacuum before mopping the floors because I just feel like it's counterproductive if I don't vacuum them and it's been like a week since I vacuumed them, especially this one because, you know, children, it collects food and crumbs and all of that stuff. So I just like to just give them a quick cleanup before I go ahead and mop the rest of the floors. For those of you who are new around here, this is the Bissell Crosswave cordless. It is a vac mop, so it vacuums and mops at the same time. If you have a big area or a lot of hard surfaces in your house, I highly suggest getting something like this. They have a cord one too that is much cheaper than the cordless one. And if you don't have a huge space, or if you don't mind having to, you know, plug it in and everything, then I definitely highly suggest getting that one. Just save your money on the cordless. But I've had a cordless vacuum for so long, I've just gotten so used to not being attached to anything, and I just love it. So for me, it was worth the price tag, but I know that for those who are in a pinch and don't have as much to spend, definitely go with the corded option. I'm sure it works just as well. And I just love this because I am literally getting 2 jobs done at once. I'm cutting the time in half. It's definitely been a learning curve, learning how to use this. There's a lot of things that are just different because I wasn't used to using a tool like this, and I've learned a lot the past 6 months I've had it, but I would not give it back for anything.
From a given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good. You got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road to never end. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from a hot California, I forgot how you looked like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep.
We're hitting that daylight hour in the living room where the sun is just shining through, which, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love. But for the sake of the video, I needed to close the blinds and give this living room a really good cleanup. I have been vacuuming a lot lately too because this area rug is still relatively new. I did a living room makeover on my other channel, and I have been eyeballing this rug probably for like 3 years now. I just have wanted it so much, but it is a wool rug, which when you first get wool rugs, they shed a ton, and then they start to subside with shedding, but we're going through that process. I don't mind so much, but I've just been vacuuming a lot more frequently than I usually do. So the floors over here weren't too bad, but you know, little spills and little messes the kids make that stick to the floors still needed to be cleaned up.
I can't help myself from feeling all alone. But you coming back for more. Egos in this wicked game, it's all for sure. Oh, I've got you. If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead, let me smile.
So I pick up this little ceramic house thing, or attempt to, and I broke the top off of one side. I thought that maybe I could maneuver it to get it to stay on there, but I couldn't. So I'm going to glue that on another day. I have some Gorilla Glue that I will go ahead and just use to glue it right back on place. But for now, I just figured I'll turn it around and nobody will even notice.
Explode every time you go and slam the door. Adore how we always end up on the floor. We know how to push the buttons to the core. I've got you. If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead, to let me smile for all I care. Just wanna stay close, don't take that. Ain't gonna leave ya. I don't wanna sabotage. You're a million.
The last time I really cleaned this table really good and moved it to clean underneath it, I noticed the bottom had a lot of kid fingerprints and food prints on it, and at the time, honestly, I was just so tired. I was like, not gonna do it. I will deep clean it next time. So that's what we're doing this time. We are getting underneath the table, getting underneath the chairs, and really giving them a good scrub down.
If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead, to let me smile for all I care. Just wanna stay close, don't take that. Ain't gonna leave ya. I don't wanna sabotage. Never really am.
Also, because the wool rug is shedding everywhere, it's also shed a lot on top of the TV stand and this little console table and all of that stuff. So I wanted to be sure to dust all of this off if I was going to do the floors. Might as well get everything off of the TV stand and stuff before I start doing the floors.
I think I need a minute to figure out my limits. You cross them more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Not sure what I expected. To think you wouldn't be so reckless. I keep on pretending I know we better end it. I said it more than
So this is our back hallway, and this is where we come in from the garage. So it ends up getting messy really fast, and as you can tell, it's not that big of an area. So it really gets messy fast, and I had a ton of mail here that I really just needed to go through. Most of it was junk and needed to be thrown away, but we're getting it all cleaned up down here. Now we're going to work on the entryway. This room is obviously never very messy because there's not many people that come in the front door. And when they do, it's just guests, obviously. So we just really need to give this area a good dusting. It doesn't harbor a lot of clutter or anything like that. We don't typically come in, but there is a box right there. So we'll get rid of that and just get this place dusted up and go ahead and give it the floors a good clean.
I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one. I see no reason why I should ever let you go. I don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough of this feeling you're giving me. Don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna wake up, I don't wanna wake up without you, baby, without I wouldn't know what to.
All right, friends, here are some after shots of what the house looks like afterwards when it is all organized, put back together, and cleaned up. I love going to bed to a freshly cleaned house. Thank you so much for choosing to click on this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss my weekly long uploads. If you could please give this video a thumbs up, that really helps my channel, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.
Sometimes I forget to breathe. I'm looking in your eyes, wish you could see the things I see.